Why do teens rebel? Some of the biggest parenting challenges come during the teen years. Ultimately, there's one thing to blame for all of this, which many parents don't quite realize that easily. Kids, they grow up. Much of the pattern parents follow in raising kids come from the way they were themselves raised. Please note that I'm not talking here about perfection. No pressure here. The first step to creating better relationships with our teenage kids begins with number 1, understanding what it is like to be at this stage of the kids' lives. Here are some things we should know about the teen years. No longer a child, but not yet an adult. If there was one word that can sum up the crux of the conflicts, they all arise out of the clash in the way the child and the parents interpret the word freedom. These are the years when the leash can be lengthened. Number 2, sexuality. One of the most difficult topics to talk about is... I can't even say it. Okay, it's sex. Parents are often unaware of the way they unconsciously suppress their kids' growing urge to pair with others of their own age. It becomes even more difficult for parents who may be uncomfortable with children who display homosexual preferences in their teen years. The reality, however, is topics of this nature are no longer avoidable. Trying to control sexual behavior can often backfire because the more kids are made to see that something is forbidden, the more curious they become. Remember, whatever information you withhold, they are more likely to get it somewhere else that you may not like and later on may even regret. Number 3, connection. This last factor is the most difficult, especially for parents who have no clue about just how their behaviors and attitudes affect their children. Parents are often rattled by the sudden loss of connection they have with their kids. Kids no longer prefer the safety and warmth they used to find in the company of their parents. You will be surprised there is growing competition with other teenagers who want to hang out in more exciting places. One thing that most parents like to see is that their kids still connect with them, and for their teens to follow every piece of advice they give. Sadly, many parents derive their sense of achievement in raising their kids by how much they see themselves in their children. If there was one word that can describe what our teenagers would love to get from parents at this stage, it is for parents to listen. The bad news is, not all listening is created equal. But the good news is, there is a right way to listen, and it can be learned. Kids want to connect with their parents. It is just up to the parents to learn how that can happen in their children's own way of connecting. Once again, this is Nathan Chua, your personality and relationship development consultant, inviting you again to visit me at my website, www.onelifeonly.net. Thank you.